On Christmas Eve morning, I bounced out of bed, giggling like a f***ing child. I quickly made coffee and straight away started wrapping my presents, because I believe giving is the true joy of Christmas. That and my, by now, famous family orgy. I was in a great mood. It was Christmas Eve, my goodness. Even the weather couldn't be more winter wonderlandy, you know. Mid-wrapping, my mother came in, despite me telling her not to avoid any present spoilers. Nej, tyst. Nej.
Det är en present till mamma.
Pysch. Nej, så fan skit kommer och tafsar på skiten. Ja, det är till Lina. Jävla piss. Är det klart till pappa? Ja, alltså, nej, fan inte så, titta inte så noga nu, Jesus. After the maternal interruption, I finished wrapping the presents and took a walk. This is what I imagine people think Sweden is like in winter. As I mentioned in the last Vlogmas, before this it had been nothing but grey suicidal slush. But I mean, jävla pit, this is nice. I really did nail the timing of this trip because it has been like this since. And it's fucking amazing. Back inside, the Christmas decorations were in place. There are also animals like this moose, this magpie, and this one as well. A cow with tiny moose behind it, of course. Lots of quotes up on the walls like "Det är aldrig för sent att ge upp", "Ångesten övervinner allt", and "Jag tror på tvivlet". At this point, my sister had arrived and we had Christmas lunch, mine being very traditional, my mother's looking very nice, and my sister brought her salad in a plastic bag. Hårsfritt. How do you say hårsfritt in English? And then finally the undisputed highlight and main Swedish cultural event of the year, Kalle jävla anka, which is what we call Donald Duck in Sweden. The Christmas spirit had reached a boiling point. Straight after the hour of random old Disney clips, it was time to open up the presents, eat all the Christmas food, and in the name of baby Jesus get absolutely shit-faced. On the 25th of December, Christmas Day, when the rest of the world celebrates the birth of Keanu Reeves, Swedish people spend the day in a mix of food coma and hangover. So instead of doing something very ambitious this day, I thought I would do a Christmas present haul segment, I guess. Showing off what I got for Christmas. We're doing a Christmas present haul I thought might be fun. Yeah. We can start off with this one. Some batteries, because I'm a huge battery fan, you know. They're meant to go with this. They're bike lights. In Japan, you are required by law to ride your bike lawfully. I got like a complete change of pace. Look at this. Yeah, this was a present from my mum, not surprising. Sort of like a menstrual cup or something it reminds me of. Is this a cup or a mug, by the way? Heated discussion in the comments, please. Speaking of coffee, I also got this. It's a little measuring spoon for a coffee maker that I got from my mum as well. I got this from my dad. My dad is very sweet. He's concerned for all of our safety, so everyone in the family got one of these ones. It's like a reflexive band thing that you can do this with. My brother got me this. It's some fucking Italian wine, I think. I don't know. Very appreciated. Best one so far, clearly. Oh, it's vegan. Oh, that's nice. Okay, these two. Ta-da! A set of shampoo and conditioner. Because earlier on in the year, I was anxious to the tits and lost a whole bunch of hair. It was like a 2-week period where I shed an enormous amount of hair. Every morning I woke up and my pillow was just covered. It's settled down now, thankfully, but I think I mentioned that to my sister and she bought like, I suppose very like fancy, expensive shampoo and conditioner, so who knows? Maybe you're not gonna recognize me after I've started using these. Well, this one is the hoodie that I wore in the last video, so you've seen this one. I guess it was kind of a Christmas present. But then finally, the other thing I got from my brother, I mentioned that I wanted like Swedish sweets and stuff, because Swedish sweets and candy are leagues above standards in Japan. So my brother got me a shit ton of chocolates and stuff. No Marabou though, because Marabou can go fuck themselves. Assholes who haven't like cut their business from Russia. So that was my Christmas present haul. I hope you enjoyed that. Now I'm gonna work because I'm a freelancer, so we don't get days off unless we actively give ourselves days off. Okay, so work was fine, boring as always, but money is required apparently to live in this fucking world, so there we are. The thing I'd planned later in the day was to go over to my brother's place and hang out with him and a dear friend of ours. I didn't film anything from this, but I have pictures of what we did. We did a fuck ton of these 3-person drawings, like when one person draws the head, one the body, and one the legs. It's almost a bit weird how fun this always is. It's fucking hilarious. So I thought I'd show you some of our creations. We made so many of these. There are lots of dicks and tits and stuff, by the way. Not that I need to warn anyone who's like watching this channel though, I suppose, but you know, there you are. So this, for instance, is a clear depiction of the patriarchy. Very menacing and with a sort of clear sense of direction there to the right, you know. This one, I suppose, is then a symbol of the oppressed, trying desperately to keep up appearances, but very vulnerable at the same time. This one is a bit more mysterious, probably representative of the resolution of the Gulf War. This is clearly another representation of modern oppression, complete with the oppressed at the bottom, anticipating the shit. This one we simply called Berit. And finally, this is sort of my 2023, I think. At least the bottom bit. 2024 will be better, I'm sure. Move on to day 6, here we go. When Christmas was finally properly dealt with, I did absolutely fucking nothing during the day, and in the evening I once again went into the city, this time to hang out with my old Tokyo friends from when I studied back in 2019, 2020. It looks like we're having a really boring time in this clip, but I assure you, this was a fucking great evening. One of those where, you know, one person says, I really should go soon, and then you still end up hanging out another like 2 hours, you know? And when someone has just filled up your glass with a bit more wine without you even noticing. Good friends, in other words, you know. There was a big mistake because I got reminded of how much fucking fun it was to hang out with them. It really would be nice if Japan could be in the middle of the Atlantic instead of 8,000 kilometers away, you know. I got home really fucking late, but oj så skoj det var. Yay, that's it. Very good. Thank you very much for watching till the end. 33 club again. Is this gonna catch on? There it is. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the second episode. There will be one more episode of the Vlogmas series of my time here in Sweden. And then I'll be back to making more Japan content. And it was really encouraging and fun to see the reactions to the first one. So hopefully you'll stick around to the third one as well. Tummen upp. Yeah. Thank you to the Patreons as always. Jävla skit. Sötnosar. Now again, I am currently like forcing my mum to stay in the kitchen and shut up because that's the kind of man I am. So I'm gonna wrap this up now. But toodaloo and Happy New Year and stuff. I'll probably say that again in the next video because that's gonna be... Okay, I'm rambling.